At 5, we're tracking a new homicide in Stockton today after a woman was found stabbed to death in her car. It comes after an alleged serial killer was arrested after a string of murders just weeks ago, leaving the Stockton community on edge and demanding answers.
All this as ABC10 received information about 2 separate arrests linked to the current and former Stockton police officers for different reasons on the same day. Good evening. I'm Laura Painter.
And I'm Chris Thomas. Thanks for joining us. Both of those Stockton officers are accused of felonies. And today, the chief of police is speaking out for the first time.
ABC10's Kurt Rivera has details on the cases that have shaken the department.
Former Stockton Police Sergeant Nicholas Blode charged with a number of sexual felonies, including assault to commit rape, assault by a public officer, and asking or receiving a bribe. The allegations date back to May of 2019.
He tells me to get on my knees, and then I got on my knees, and then he starts taking pictures of me.
This woman claims she's one of the victims. ABC10 first spoke to her months ago. She says she met up with a friend at a Stockton hotel room in February when Blode arrived in full uniform for a sexual encounter with her friend.
This was just flat out rape, in my opinion.
Dan Gillian represents 3 women in civil lawsuits. He said one of the women was a female escort who had been in a relationship with Blode for several years.
As far as a police officer going out in uniform and using his badge and his gun and his power to insist that women submit to him sexually, I've never seen anything as grotesque as this.
But attorney Ellen Sawyer, who represents the former officer, says he will prove in court the allegations have, quote, no merit whatsoever, but doesn't deny the sex took place.
There's no doubt that Mr. Blode lacks in judgment and made some serious mistakes. I believe once the evidence is presented in court, it's going to be clear that this was a consensual encounter.
And then there's the separate case of another Stockton police officer arrested on felony charges connected to an elderly person. Nye Tran, a 9-year veteran of the force, is accused of grand theft, forgery, and using someone else's credit card and personal check totaling over $94,000.
It's concerning what occurred. What I can tell you, this is not a representation of our department.
I am grateful that they are taking the charges seriously, that they're investigating them, and that they're doing due diligence.
And now Chief McFadden says the department will be doing more to ensure the residents of Stockton can trust their department.
Work with my leadership team to see how we can be more effective, more transparent, and there's always that accountability component involved in everything.
Now, both officers are scheduled to be in court on Monday. Nicholas Blode is no longer with the department, and Nye Tran is now on administrative leave.
Now to more information about that deadly stabbing that we told you about in Stockton.
Yeah, police say they received calls about someone stabbed near 4th Street. When they arrived, they found a woman inside her car, stabbed to death. Police do need your help tonight. If you have any information, call Stockton Crime Stoppers at 209-946-0600. You can remain anonymous.